used to call me Crazy Joe, but now they can call me Batman.
Good morning, it's Crazy Joe. Welcome to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. I'm coming from you directly outside the Regal movie theater where I just saw Fly Me to the Moon. This is going to be a quick review. I don't think this is going to be a long review. I don't know that I have enough to say about the film to make it a long review. The film, if you've seen the trailers, it's about NASA, the 1960s, the space race preparing for the moon landing, and we have Scarlet Johansen as an advertising. I don't know why people are honking their horns at past midnight, but there we go, in a parking lot. Scarlet Johansen is a advertising exec. She works in the advertising business, and she gets recruited by NASA to help sell the space race because the public is starting to lose interest in the space race, and they're getting ready to launch the moon mission, and they want to get people kind of invested again. So they're like, oh, we'll get this. She's a real good ad agent. She'll sell NASA to the public. So Chaning Tatum plays a launch director for NASA who's a real straight shooter. She comes in with her advertising techniques. We're gonna, link all these products, Tang and these wristwatches, and we'll have commercial tie-ins. The astronauts, the official underwear of the astronaut will be Fruit of the Loom, and she's like bringing her ad agency slick sales pitches to NASA, and he, being a straight shooter, he's not interested. This film's billed as a rom-com, but it's got one major problem. It's not very funny. I got a couple chuckles, but generally speaking, most of the laughs, tripping over this thing, most of the laughs kind of fall flat. It's just not a very funny movie. Also, Scarlett Johansson and Chaning Tatum don't have a really good chemistry together, so it kind of fails on the rom and it fails on the com. Both are fairly weak. I did a little bit of research. Apparently this movie was originally supposed to star Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson. Chris Evans had to drop out due to some production delays. There were some delays. They changed director, and as this movie got pushed back, it interfered with his schedule. He was forced to drop out of the project, and Chaning Tatum replaced him. Now, I like Chaning Tatum. He's very good in the 21 Jump Street movies. He's a good actor, and he can be very funny. But he didn't have a lot of good he really didn't have chemistry, I thought, with Scarlett Johansson. I wasn't buying the romance between the two of them. And we know for a fact Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson have really good chemistry. They were fantastic together in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Even though they weren't a couple in that film, they were friends. But, they played off each other really well. And I can't help but wonder if this movie would have been better if Chris Evans hadn't dropped out of the project. I wanted to like this. I liked the premise. I liked the trailers. But I can't recommend this. I think it was not very funny. I don't think the romance worked. I don't think the comedy worked. And it's too long. This movie's like 2 hours and 20 minutes long. Now, that's fine. The runtime, the story has to support your runtime. Longer movies are fine. Shorter movies are fine. It's how much story do you have to tell, and does the runtime justify the story being told? I feel this movie should have been about a half hour shorter. It just went on too long. I don't think this works. I can't recommend it. I cannot recommend Fly Me to the Moon. But while I did not like the film, I am going to give a big, big high five to Apple TV, because this is an Apple TV film. It was an Apple TV original, and much like Argyle several months ago, Apple TV put it in theaters first. So, big high five to Apple for supporting theaters and putting this movie in theaters, giving people a chance to see it on the big screen. This one was a swing and a miss for me. They did it a few months ago with Argyle, a film I saw 3 times in the movies. Argyle is one of my favorite films of the year. This is not, but both came from Apple, and both were films that Apple chose to give the big screen treatment to before they come home to Apple TV Plus, and that is wonderful, and I applaud them for that. I wish Netflix was better at supporting theaters. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say that this is a no for me. I don't like Fly Me to the Moon. Wanted to like it, like the premise, like the trailers, but the film just doesn't work. All right, everyone, what do you think? You checking it out? I mean, don't let my opinion sway you from seeing it if you're interested, because, you know, opinions vary. Just earlier today, I saw somebody online make a really stupid comment, and the comment was that a TV show, in this case the show was The Acolyte. This guy said The Acolyte is objectively bad, and I had to school him and point out that there's no such thing as objectively bad when you're talking about movies and television. That is a contradiction in terms, because all art, TV, movies, it's all subjective, and something subjective cannot be objectively bad. That just doesn't work. That's not how art works. And your vet mileage and my mileage is going to vary. If this looks like something you're interested in, don't let me keep you away from it. Go make up your own mind. But I can't personally recommend it. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander pajamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. I know we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.